This team is 8-2, winners of 7 in a row. A healthy lead when it comes to the division, and another win this past week. Wiggy brings it up all the time, but is this a Super Bowl team?
I'm not going to say it's a Super Bowl team. I'm going to say it's a playoff team. And once you get into the playoffs, you have the opportunity to put yourself in the position of being a Super Bowl. So, listen, I love what they did on the road. They're undefeated on the road, which is very hard to do. So when you look at the totality of the whole season, they have exceeded my expectations. I had them at a 10. I took them at 10 wins, right? So they're at 8. Looks like they're going to be north of 10 or get to 10. So that's awesome. You know, you have such growth by your quarterback. He looks like a veteran player in his second year. I think that win was great because in certain situations, they double up the score. You know, they score before the half, they get the ball, they have a big run, they score again. So you're up 2 scores. You know, basically from the time Baker Mayfield took a snap to the next time, he was down 2 scores. So I love that aspect of it. The running game, you know, being able to see them hand the ball off and score touchdowns is nice to see. So it was a great win on the road. And I think you look at Tampa, they're a good football team. They're a little wounded right now. They don't have some of their key pieces, obviously receiver-wise. But you'll take a win. A win's a win in the NFL. And I'm not worried about Thursday night. I think last week I was like, you know, you go on the road, you're playing a tough opponent. I didn't know what that outcome was going to be. Then you had a short week against the Jets. I'm not worried about it at all. I think they're going to mop the deck with the Jets. And I know the head coach for the Jets is like, you know, we welcome the fight and we're going to be aggressive and blah, blah, blah. But I think when you look at what that roster is and, you know, who their quarterback is and just the way that they are right now as an organization, they're about to walk into a hornet's nest.
You bring up the Bucs being injured, but we were injured too for this
Yeah,
one.
we definitely were. So
and we're more injured coming out.
Yeah, and I was worried about coming out of that healthy and going into a short week healthy. You just want to go into this game Thursday night and come out unscathed. Yeah. So what that means is, you know, use the nor'easter uniforms and the craziness of the home crowd to your advantage. Try to score first, get up early. If you get up 14 on these guys, they're going to want to pack it in. They probably already have the reservations to the Bahamas or wherever they're going after the season. So the flights and the tickets are probably already booked, and now you just got to go out there. Don't give them any hope.
Yeah, I mean, I look at this team, and I think Brady had it yesterday, but I think a lot of people came out with power rankings of, like, where they are. I would say that I would have them, my opinion, number 2. I think I would only
You're talking AFC?
I'm talking all NFL.
You're talking all NFL?
Yep.
Who do you have ahead of them?
I think I would lean Rams. I think I would lean Rams only because of Stafford and him being a guy that's been around and he's proven that he could do it. But I would have them above the Colts. You know, might not be by much. I'd have them above the Eagles. I know some people have the Eagles in their top 5.
You have them above the Chiefs?
I do. Like right now in power rankings, I have them above the Chiefs. You know, obviously Patrick Mahomes is a difference maker, but when I look at them, the Chiefs as a complete team, I feel like the Patriots have a better team.
But you disagree with Tom, the Eagles. You don't have.
No, I don't. I have them above the Eagles. I'm not like, I don't really get the Eagles' love. I get it. They won the Super Bowl last year, but the way that they're playing this year, Saquon Barkley's not the same. The passing game has been kind of in flux all season long with whether it's A.J. Brown doesn't like his role. They don't really use Devontae Smith the right way. They've defensively, they've done a good job. They've had a few injuries there. I just look at the Rams being
what's the term we talk about up front? How do you win?
In the trenches?
Bang.
Yeah.
Right there. So it's going to come down to protection of the quarterback. And you know, I think there was 11 sacks in the prior 2 weeks. Did Drake get 1 sack this past? I think he got sacked once.
Yeah.
Well, no,
they stopped the run well up front.
They it was 4 sacks. Was not.
Drake was sacked.
Drake was sacked once.
Yeah,
One-
one
Okay,
time.
one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
but he even said that some of the
Some of
sacks
those could be
prior
him.
to it were on
Drake
him.
hasn't done the all 22 yet. He does
I
that
haven't.
tonight.
Yeah,
So
well, I wait for
I
Sean's
think-
report, which is coming next week.
The success
Be
moving
a carrier
forward,
pigeon.
especially when you go into the deep into the season and then you get into the playoffs, it comes down to your front. It comes down to communication. It comes down to your defensive front stopping the run, keeping teams in a longer down in distances, trying to win on first down. You know, I think that's really big. You look at any of these offensive gurus, they have a full script in front of them, and they have all these plays that are bunched into different categories based on down and distances. So if they're able to be disruptive up front and stay healthy up front and still continue to cover in the back end, I think that they can control their own destiny. And it comes down to the trenches.